Feeding machines is technology. Feeding lives is philanthropy. Sridhar Venkat serves as CEO of the AkshayaPatra Foundation, whose mission is to feed 5 million children daily by 2020. AkshayaPatra Foundation, a not-for-profit organization with a vision that no child in India shall be deprived of education because of hunger. AkshayaPatra is the world's largest school meal program run by an NGO feeding over 1.4 million children every day in 24 locations and 10 states in India. Sridhar Venkat has brought AkshayaPatra Foundation the laurel of being rated as one of the top 100 NGOs in the world, ranking 23rd by the Global Journal of Geneva. Let's listen to the man in action. Here is Mr. Sridhar Venkat, CEO, the AkshayaPatra Foundation.
Very good afternoon to all of you. Let me start this session with a question. We are talking of designing future for India, future of India. We had some great presentations at a technology level, at an education level. Let me start this talk with a small question. How many of you here have experienced hunger? Can you raise your hand? Right? All of us have experience. Now, for all the people here who have raised their hand, either there are resources to buy food, or there is someone at home who will make food, or when you're hungry, you just eat, right? But there are millions of children in our great country who go to bed hungry every day, thereby missing out on benefit of education. Now, imagine a session like this, which is an afternoon session, where you did not have last night's dinner, you did not have this morning's breakfast, and the lunch is uncertain, and you're expected to learn. Imagine that this is a classroom. Now, that is the plight of many, many millions of children in our great nation. And that is where my organization comes up. The vision of my organization is no child in India will be deprived of education because of hunger. All the plans which a government will make or citizens will make will fail if children of our great nation are hungry. There are many children who have water for dinner in our country. That's where we come up. AkshayaPatra means a vessel which can give unlimited food. Why India needs AkshayaPatra? Let me tell you some startling facts. India is a home to 200 million hungry people in the world. By the time we end today's session, 3,000 children would have died in India. 3,000 children out of hunger. Okay, and we are blissfully unaware of it actually. And we have the largest illiterate population. So in case if we want to design a great future for India, we need to ensure that these young children, especially children in the age group of 6 to 13, are educated well and are fed well. Because there is no point in giving good education or designing a good education system when at a very fundamental level, children go to bed hungry. Now, at one end, we are the largest producer or the second largest producer of wheat, rice, potatoes. But as per the Global Hunger Index, we are the 29th in the world. Hunger in India kills more than malaria, TB, AIDS, everything put together. And India is the home for 40% of the world's malnourished children population. These children don't live in Africa, they are in our country. 40% of the world's malnourished children population is in India. And about 8.1 million children are out of school. Of course, these are indicative estimates. I'm sure the estimates are much, much higher. And they are doing menial jobs. They are in child labor. They are working at kilns. They are working at glass factories. Millions and millions of children in this country skip school to work in child labor in small factories. We found out that education is the single most powerful factor to take an entire family out of cycle of poverty. We are all about food, at a very, very fundamental level. Let me tell you a small story. Many years back, at the time we were not that big, I wanted to see the impact of a meal on a child. So we started in the year 2000 in Bangalore with just 1,500 children. And today we are feeding 1.4 million children every day in 24 locations and 10 states. So I met this young boy, at the time he was a grown-up man, and he came to my office with an envelope. His name was Darshan. So I asked him, Darshan, can you tell me about you? He said, sir, I was son of a security guard. My father used to earn 1,500 to 2,000 rupees per month, a family size of 4 to 5. And then I asked him, Darshan, what used to happen in the school? He said, most of the days I used to faint in class because of hunger. And then I asked him, what were your grades? Most of your academicians here. This boy used to get barely pass percentage, 40% marks. Then I asked him, what happened after AkshayaPatra came to your school? We do this program only in government schools because India's poorest of poor children go to government schools. And many of them are in the salary group of 4 to 6,000. In fact, this boy was even lesser. Father used to get jobs some parts of the month, some parts he will not get. So I asked him, what happened after AkshayaPatra came to your school? So he said, my attention span went up. I was able to play hard, work hard. 40 became 60 the next year. 60 became 80. And in 10th, I scored 92% marks. And you guys gave me a scholarship of 5,000 rupees. With that, I studied 11th and 12th. And in 12th, he scored 97% marks in physics, chemistry, and maths. Then he went for BTech in computer science and got first class in distinction. And the envelope which he had got to me was an offer letter from India's leading multinational software company with a starting pay of 32,000 rupees per month. He said, my father, no more works. No, that's the power of one meal, which all of us take it for granted. When we are hungry, we just eat. We are not bothered whether if a person or a poor child is hungry, what is happening to this child. So this is where we come up, and we found out that education is the single most powerful factor to take the child out of poverty. In fact, when a girl child gets educated, the entire generation comes out of the vicious cycle of poverty and hunger. We are working towards 2 Millennium Development Goals, mainly alleviation of hunger and ensuring access to education. Vision, as I mentioned, is no child in India will be deprived of education because of hunger. If we have to create a great nation, if we have to create a great country, future of India is future of children. The reach of AkshayaPatra, we started very small in Bangalore with 5 schools and 1,500 children and no money. Today, we are doing around 1.4 million children. It is the world's largest school meal program from India. Nowhere in the world there's a not-for-profit which is feeding 1.4 million children every day. So we use a lot of technology. And one of the cornerstone principles in AkshayaPatra is we don't give anything that is left over to a child. Every day, freshly cooked food is prepared. If this kid's mother had money, father had money, what kind of meal they will get, that kind of a meal is given to these children. No leftover is given. Every day, freshly cooked meal. Every day the menu changes, and once a week we give dessert to these children. And many times we don't tell them which part of the week we are giving dessert. Because looking at the sweet, the child comes to school. And in South, we give rice, sambar, yogurt, and we also give them mixed rice, puliyogare, bisibele and different kinds of items. So when we went to North, the children won't eat rice every day. So we worked on a roti-based menu, which is roti, dal, sabji, vegetable halwa or kheer. So these are cauldrons which can cook rice for 1,000 children in 15 minutes. And in the kitchens, the 24 kitchens which we have, food is hygienically handled, practically untouched by hand. This is how typically a kitchen looks. It starts early morning around 3:30 a.m. These are huge cauldrons which cook food rice. Measured quantity of rice is taken and water is used. And we use industrial boilers to cook. So each of the kitchens has around a boiler which has 2 ton per hour capacity. And we ground our own spices to make the food very tasty. AkshayaPatra has got close to 6,000 employees across the country. These employees work very hard. Now, when we went to North, the North Indian children, as I mentioned, won't eat rice. So we worked on a frugal innovation. We worked with a person in Punjab, a Sardar in Punjab. He was making a papad making machine, which was making 1,000 papads per hour. So we worked with him, our engineers, our chairman worked with him, and we created a machine which can make 10,000 rotis per hour. After that, we invested 30% more and created a machine which can make 40,000 rotis per hour. And today we have a proto of a machine which can make 60,000 rotis per hour. Many mothers have asked us, can you make a miniature version of this? I'll show you the video clip. So 75 kgs of atta can be needed in this machine. Everything done in India, locally designed. So it actually simulates a textile kind of a setup, and it actually simulates mother's cooking, basically. You'll see that. So when the atta is kneaded automatically and comes through conveyors, it gets die cut, and through the mesh conveyor it gets cooked, and when it comes again, it puffs up. And hot, fluffy rotis are ready. It is the world's biggest roti making machine from India. Zero wastage. Sam spoke about zero wastage home. So this is a zero wastage roti making machine. Right? There's no wastage here. The unused dough goes back. What I'm trying to tell you is how technology can be used for the benefit of our children. And then the recent machines have got the oil sprinklers so that the rotis are soft, and children love this. And these kitchens are ISO certified and HACCP certified kitchens. Nobody told us to go for ISO or HACCP certification, but we have ensured that we are dealing with children, we are dealing with stakeholders' money, donors' money, and hence food should be good and tasty. This is a cauldron which can prepare dal for 6,000 students in 2 hours. This is a vegetable cutting section. Each of the kitchen, which cooks for about 100,000 children, uses close to 5 tons of vegetable every day. And it consumes 10 tons of rice every day. Every kitchen. And we have a cold room. When the vegetables are bought locally from the market, they are cut and stored in the cold room, because when the food is fresh, the child eats more. And we are all about unlimited food for education. Till the child says enough, we feed the child. And many of them bring their small siblings also to the school so that they also get a meal. And this is the packing section. These are all food grade vessels, what you're seeing here. We have Six Sigma and Kaizen projects running across AkshayaPatra in all these locations. There's an ERP running. These are all side-loaded vessels, side-loaded vehicles, which carry food every day to children, typically a 30-mile radius. And across 12,000 schools in 24 locations and in 10 states, within a span of 7 hours, this meal is given, cooked and given. So it is like doing 1,500 marriages, assuming 1,000 people come for a marriage. In a marriage, what do you remember? You don't remember the face of bride and groom. You remember the food that was given, right? So we want to ensure that the children get a good meal every day and they come to school. And this is how it gets distributed. And these are really children from really lower economic strata. In fact, I went to a school in a remote part of Mathura. I asked the teacher, can you show me the school? She said, this is the school. I said, take me to your building. She said, this is the building. Actually, there was no building. It was under a tree. And there were 5 boards kept and the school was on. I'll quickly skip. To ensure secular reach, we provide only in government schools. And we were put to action in Nepal and in Chennai. In Chennai, we gave 10,000 meals a day when the disaster hit Chennai. AkshayaPatra is a Harvard Business School case study. 3rd case study is going to be out soon. Only not-for-profit in India where 3 case studies have been done by Harvard Business School. We are also partners with London Business School. These are some of our key supporters. Obama came to know about us and he wrote a letter to our organization. Narayana Murthy is a big supporter of AkshayaPatra. He says going to bed is hungry and he's praising AkshayaPatra here. President Kalam, while in office, visited AkshayaPatra. This is Bill Clinton. He said in the last 10 years of Clinton Global Initiative, this is the best initiative he has got involved. We were adjudged as the number 1 among the top 100 NGOs in the world. The best NGO by the Loyola Institute of Business Administration in Chennai. We got the Mother Teresa Award. For the 5 years in a row, we got Gold Shield for Excellence in Financial Reporting. And we are in the Hall of Fame, only not-for-profit in India in the last 60 years of the history of these awards. And in summary, AkshayaPatra is feeding 1.4 million children every day. And the plan is to feed 5 million children every day. In fact, I was talking in the IAS training academy in Mussoorie. So one young IAS trainee asked me, your 2020 goal is 5 million children. What's your 2040 goal? I told him, we want to close down AkshayaPatra. By this time, by 2040, there won't be a single hungry child in this great nation called India. And that's the future for us. You know, many people ask us what inspires us every day at work. Can you play this video called Feed the Hunger? And then I end my talk. It's a 1-minute video. There's a video called Feed the Hunger. Can you play it? Looks like the video is not working. The future of India. Thank you so much. I thank the organizers for giving us an opportunity to showcase AkshayaPatra program. Thank you so much.